Well, you know, when you reach a point in your life in your 50s and you realize how things are changing and you realize that there's certain things that you're not going to be able to do anymore. And I've tried to prepare myself mentally for a lot of things that I knew was coming in life and will come in life. And I don't know that you can really get yourself there. I don't know. Hello, everyone. My name is Jeff. Thanks for stopping by the channel. I appreciate if you like, share, and subscribe. Well, I'm going to share a few things with you that I've been experiencing. And one of them was my aging parents. My parents are in their mid and later 70s. And I have seen a lot of change in the last year in my dad, a whole lot. He's having some different issues going on and been going to the doctor a lot, trying to figure out, what's going on. And my dad's always been a hardworking man and been able, to do exactly what he wanted to do. And I've watched him work hard all his life. My mom the same way. I've watched her work super hard, and she still gets up and goes to work every morning, drives about a 30-minute drive and stands behind a chair all day and fixes hair at 75 years old. But I think, watching my dad in the last year has really kind of shook me up a little bit because he's having some back issues and different things, not able to get around like he once, and I'm just watching different things, and it's not an easy thing to watch, an easy thing to see. And it's things I've thought about over the years, and, life has its cycle and different things. And I'm an only child, and it just makes it hard. I've always been real close to my parents. We've always had a great relationship with them. So it's just some of the things that's hard to deal with and face. And another thing is, is I've been a drummer for, since I was in elementary school, and I've played in church for 40 something years, 45 years, I guess. I have played in church. And I've been the only drummer for many, many, many years. I have cut trips short to be back at church on Sunday to play drums and different things. But what I'm getting to in this is that there are younger people coming up that are able to play, and I'm mentoring them and encouraging them and giving them the opportunity to be able to share their talents and their abilities and use that. But it's a bittersweet thing for me because I had someone pass that torch to me many years ago. Then it helped me out. I gotta get me some some water. But I had somebody pass that torch to me many years ago and mentored me and helped me because I had a passion to play. But knowing that I'm at that point in my life now that I'm doing that for someone else and realizing, it's going to be a time and a day where I will completely step aside. And that's kind of hard in a way for me, mentally, emotionally. And one thing I've learned about life is this, and I may have shared this on here before, is, you have to be real careful where you put your identity. Because I've been known for many years about being, a drummer and the church drummer and how much I enjoy playing. I've played for some groups before when I was younger and different things, and I put a lot of identity of myself in that. But that's not who I am as a person. That's just something I do. And then now my kids are growing up. I had kids later in life, finished later in life. I had my last child when I was 40. And my youngest one, I still got two at home. I got 3 children. But I got one in college and 2 still at home. But my youngest child, she's learning to drive now. And the other day, it was Monday, she said, Dad, she said, you want to go outside and play pickleball? And I said, yeah, let's go. And we got a portable pickleball net. We put that up, and we don't really play pickleball. Uh, I'm not good at it. I chase the ball and miss the ball more than I make contact with it. But the whole point of being out there with my daughter was to spend some time with her. Because my oldest daughter, I remember the times that she wanted to play a board game or do different things, and I always felt like I was too tired, or I had my mind somewhere else and I was doing something else. And I have a tendency to do that. I'm in my online sales and different things, and working in that, sometimes I can get caught up in that and not pay attention to what I need to be paying attention to, or got extra projects around the house or things going on, and have to intentionally take those moments that are really important that I'm not going to be able to get back, because I'm going to have time one of these days to do some of these other things that I want to do, because my kids are going to be so independent and on their own and doing their own thing. And I try to take advantage of the opportunities that I have with them, because there's going to be a time that, not too far in the future, that my youngest one will be doing her thing, having her job, going to college or whatever she may be doing, and she won't be asking Daddy to go out in the driveway and play pickleball. I had another bittersweet, I guess, if you want to call it that, moment with my son this weekend. He's never really dated very much, and he's kind of a shy type person, but he's got him a girlfriend now. And I had sent out a message early Friday morning. I said, I'm going fishing this afternoon. Sent it out to my whole family, and the opportunity's there if you'd like to go with me. And I got home, my son came home, and he said, you still going fishing this afternoon? And I said, yeah. And he said, well, I'm going over to my girlfriend's house. She wants me to come over for a little while. And I thought, doggone it, the boy traded my fishing trip off with me for a girl. Well, doggone it, I done the same thing back in the day. And, it's just some of those bittersweet things. They're coming in life, but whether you're, a lot of people go through this in their 40s because they have kids younger than me, and they have an emptiness, happening, earlier in life, and kids growing up, different things earlier in life. But all these things, as you get older, you just realize that, hey, different things are coming to an end, or headed toward an end, and you've got to kind of switch gears. There's a new chapter in life. There's a new routine, a new feeling, and different things. Well, I do believe in growing old gracefully and doing that the best you can, the best of your ability. And with these things coming, I'm just learning, to embrace it, to accept it, and to go with it, and not allow it to make me, really sad. There's things that I already miss and I will miss. But I'm, leaning on the Lord in my life to lead and guide me and help me and strengthen me and show me what I need to do, and give me a plan. Let me know what I need to be doing in my future to replace these certain things, and not just sit down and get depressed and bored and whatever, because life happens. So that's just what's on my mind today. I'd like for you, let me know in the comments about your life, and when the changes come and the things that you haven't been able to do anymore, or whatever. What have you done to replace those things? How's it affected you? I'm just interested to know. So anyway, I got to get up, go to work here, and Go out there and do something good for somebody today. It will bless them and it will bless you. And y'all have a great day. And thanks for stopping by Just Vibes.